All right, I've seen the second episode of Marvel's What If, and boy, they are trying out a whole bunch of different things with this series, aren't they? This is a fascinating concept based on a classic comic series where Marvel sort of reimagines a bunch of origin stories and different directions that they could go with familiar characters. And this episode is all about changing the idea of what we know about the Guardians of the Galaxy, specifically the origins of Starlord, who in this show is embodied by none other than T'Challa from Wakanda. This is an idea where the Ravagers come to Earth, and instead of picking up Peter Quill, they pick up the Prince of Wakanda as a young man, and then sort of take him under their wing, and he becomes the galactically famous Starlord. And we have that sequence from Guardians of the Galaxy where Djimon Hounsou meets Peter Quill, but in this instance he meets Starlord, and he's completely blown away that he's meeting Starlord. He's like a huge hyper fan. It's very cute. Really enjoyed that sequence. Yondu also has a great relationship with T'Challa, although he has kept some pretty big secrets from him. But we also see some other massive pivots in this episode, which stars tons of people that we know from the MCU. Of course, Michael Rooker is back, and T'Challa is revoiced by Chadwick Boseman. And these What If episodes are going to represent his last performances and his last times up to sort of being the character of T'Challa. So it's a little bit heartbreaking to hear his terrific performance again, but it's also quite wonderful. And this reimagining is just crazy fun. Gillan is in this. Brolin is back as Thanos in some really interesting new ways. We've even got Benicio del Toro back as the Collector, who is a linchpin in this whole episode. He's got a really big part in the episode. I'm trying to kind of balance how much I'm spoiling. I'm not going to recap the whole thing. We even have a great appearance from Howard the Duck in this episode. So it's just pure entertainment all the way along, and I really enjoyed it. I liked all of the transitions and the pivots, the unique kind of story structure that honors what we have seen and know, but completely kind of ratifies things in a pretty massive way, and almost in a much bigger way than what we saw with the Captain Carter episode, which kind of followed the first Avenger storyline, almost to a T, with a slight variation on stuff. This feels completely different, and the galaxy that the Guardians are protecting feels completely different, and it's crazy enjoyable. I didn't enjoy the episode as much as the Captain Carter stuff, and that's more my predilection for that theme and that time period, and Cap as a character. I like the Captain America stuff more than I like the Guardians of the Galaxy stuff, but I really did enjoy this show, and I think it's another successful stop on the What If train. Episode 3 is going to be a lot of fun. I've seen that episode, but I'll be back next week to recap and review that. I'm going to give What If Episode 2 from Season 1 an 8.5 out of 10.